So when it comes to painting something like the eyebrows, which honestly are the hardest part in my opinion, having that medium mixed in with your acrylic paint will make it so much easier with hiding those brush strokes. One of the biggest rookie mistakes that I see with a lot of people who do restorations on their dolls is not painting with a medium or an agent to help to break down the consistency of the paint. Hey there everyone, it's Ian and welcome back to my channel. Not too long ago, I had the opportunity in a previous video of unboxing my very first vintage number 3 Ponytail Barbie. Today, I have a follow-up to that video because I finally finished restoring her, and I have to say I'm super excited with how she turned out. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead and get her out and show her on the camera. All right, you guys, well, here she is. If you didn't catch my previous video, don't worry, I am gonna go ahead and show a side-by-side comparison here of how she originally looked. Now, her eyebrows were almost completely gone, so I did go ahead and completely repaint those. They were quite difficult, but I'm really happy with how they turned out. I also redid her eyelash ridges. A lot of the black paint there had faded. And her lips needed quite a bit of work as well, so I went in and repainted her lips too. Overall, I am super happy with how she turned out. The biggest flaw is definitely her hair. As I had suspected when I unboxed her, I did think that she probably had a pretty bad haircut, and after I got all of her hair untangled, that was definitely apparent, and unfortunately, she has a lot of hair thinning at the top of her crown too. So you might be able to see here, there is quite a bit of thinning on that crown. And unfortunately, I was not able to give her a classic high ponytail, and I also did not have enough of her hair left to be able to wrap any of the hair around the band. So I just opted for a low ponytail, and I still did a little curl at the end. And in all honesty, I don't hate it. I just don't feel comfortable rerouting a number 3 ponytail. The way that I went about this doesn't look that bad, and when she has the hat on with this fashion, you'd never know that she had receding hair. I did dress her in one of the earliest fashions that I own for Barbie, and this is fashion number 969 Suburban Shopper. I love this little hat that worked perfectly for covering up the flaws on her hair, and this dress is absolutely perfect as well. Now, unfortunately, I do not have all of the accessories that came with this outfit. I am not a completist by any means when it comes to vintage Barbie fashions. I would be completely broke if I had every little accessory piece that came with these fashions. Unfortunately, I did not film any of the restoration process. I felt like that would just put too much stress on me. I have to be in a very particular mindset when I do my repainting, and in all honesty, I didn't want to have that added pressure of having the camera on me. I always advise painting with a very high quality acrylic paint, and before doing that, you always want to seal the original paint with a varnish. This is the varnish that I use. It is by Vallejo. I really like this matte varnish because it dries with a completely matte finish. Once it dries, you actually won't even notice it at all, and that is very favorable in my opinion. So any of the areas of the face that I am going to go in and paint over, I will always use that matte varnish first, let it dry, and then go in and do my painting. So my brand of preference for paint is Liquitex. I do paint with a hard body acrylic. When painting with a hard body acrylic, it is a really good idea to thin out the paint. You can do this with water, but I actually just use that matte varnish that I just shared with you, this Vallejo matte varnish. Not only do I use it for sealing the paint, but I also use it as a medium to paint with. This varnish works extremely well with hard body acrylics, and it also does a phenomenal job of hiding the brush strokes. One of the biggest rookie mistakes that I see with a lot of people who do restorations on their dolls is not painting with a medium or an agent to help to break down the consistency of the paint. When painting with a hard body acrylic, if you don't use any type of medium to break down the paint, it's going to be near impossible to hide your brush strokes. So when it comes to painting something like the eyebrows, which honestly are the hardest part in my opinion, having that medium mixed in with your acrylic paint will make it so much easier with hiding those brush strokes. For the hair, all I did was a boil wash. Basically what you do is you boil a cup of water on the stove or with an electric kettle. You pour it into a microwave or heat resistant bowl, set it aside for a minute, and then lightly dunk the hair into the water and then just brush out the tangles as carefully as you can. Once I did that, I pulled the hair into a tight ponytail with an elastic band, and then I curled the ends with a bobby pin and I heat set it with a little bit of warm water. I let the curl with the bobby pin sit for about a day in the sun, and then I carefully took it out and got this nice little hard curl at the end of her ponytail. In the near future, if I do happen to do another restoration, I will try really hard to capture it on camera so you can see my process from start to finish. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I'm super happy with how she turned out, and I really enjoyed sharing my restoration process with you today. If you enjoyed today's video, please do me a huge favor by liking this video and consider subscribing to my channel for more vintage Barbie content. My name is Ian, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.